hands up if you with it, drop it.
Welcome back to the Petty Parlor. My name is Bree.
I'm Jasmine.
And today we're going to be talking about... What are we talking about, Jasmine? I don't know.
We're just going to be talking about some stuff that's been going on. We don't know when this video is going to come up, so you probably have already seen it at this point. It might be over the trend, but the
point still stands.
Remains.
Okay, what we're saying regardless.
The thing remains.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we get into this, we got some green tea shots to try this out.
Green tea
I definitely
shots.
I'm not
I'm scared to try it, guys.
at the level I need to be talking right now. So
You know what? Fair.
hopefully this will.
It's a weekday, okay? So I'm just saying, like, we're not.
It's a little hard to open, but all right, I'll take
My
that.
God, it is hard to open. Am I not smart enough to get? Well, I guess I don't get to have shots because I'm too dumb to get it open.
No, it's not easy. I just don't have nails right now, so.
Yeah, no, I've been big trash with my nails. I can barely type. I'd be like, oh, Jesus, I'd be just mistyping all the shit. It's terrible.
All right, cheers. This is a big shot.
It really is.
Are they smooth?
That was good. But
That was real good.
it did run all down the side of my face here, so.
Okay. Get yourself together.
Yeah, gotta get myself together. Oh, please. Okay.
All right. So getting into the topic, there's been a lot of videos and things. I have not watched the full interview. Just been looking at certain cuts of it and people talking about it. Basically, like Dr. Bryant, who's been interviewing like Cam Newton and then Nick Cannon, who we know both of those men are big baby daddies and
They're whores.
yeah. I know I was watching a video with Mecca and she's like, we need a slur for these men. And I could not agree more. Let's keep, trying to think of a slur because they give us all kinds of hoes, whores, bitches. Yeah, but it's not hitting enough.
I say they have loose dicks. That's what I tell them.
We need to, something that's just going, ugh,
Mhm. Yeah, we don't have.
So we need a slur.
The thing is, they don't care. That's the problem.
They should.
And
It's
that's why
disgusting.
it doesn't. The slurs don't matter. No matter what.
We need a slur, everyone, for these men because
It's terrible.
it's disgusting.
So
It's too much.
gross.
Breaking up homes is not cute, not fun, and then having multiple babies all around the world is also. So we'll start off with the men and then we'll get into the women and then that'll bring us into a situation. So basically, a lot of what Dr. Bryant, was bringing up to them and things like that is like, how do you have multiple, children with all these different women? And you're talking, this was Cam Newton in particular. And you're still looking for a wife. Like, you're okay just spreading around, and he just claims that he's a good father, he takes good care of them, and blah, blah, blah. There is no possible way for you as a human being to take care of 8 different babies in different homes. What, he's got 8 babies and 5 baby mamas or something like that? That's the numbers. You cannot possibly be giving every child what that child needs at all times. Don't even tell that lie. So don't even, and if you think, oh, I give them money, they have clothes, shelter, school, you're not there to catch every runny nose. You're not there to catch, every football game. You're not there to catch recitals, the girls' first period. I don't know what, gender he has, but I'm assuming with that many kids, you got both genders at this point. So that type of stuff is just absolute bullshit. She called him out on his shit because you're not going to sit here and lie to me talking about how you're this great family man, but you're still looking for a wife. What wife is going to accept you with 8 babies and 5 different babies? Who wants to be in that situation? And that was kind of her main point, is that she does not date men with kids. And that is her, preference. That's her thing. And I think that was totally fair of her to say. He got very offended and butthurt about it, and thought that, he shouldn't be judged because of that and da da da. You made a lifelong choice, sir. Lifelong. at least people say 18 years, but we know kids, you get them forever. I still call my mama every single day. Okay, I'm past 18. So it ain't no 18 years and your kid drops off the face of the earth. So that whole thing is just crazy to me that he was just trying to judge her and stuff about the fact that she doesn't have that preference. And then in the Nick Cannon interview, he was talking about how he knows to manipulate women. He knows what he needs to say to get what he wants. He admitted that he is a huge manipulator and narcissist. And that's what she was calling these men. Like, you're telling me flat out, you know what to do to these women to get what you want, and that's why you continue to do what you do.
My God, y'all are terrible. Like, it's so difficult to like even look at men in any positive light anymore, because y'all are so bad, but especially black men. Like, there's literally no reason to go out and have this many kids. Like, for one, there's so many different things y'all don't factor into this type of stuff. And, you know, it's unfair. Like, it's very unfair to your kids.
Yes.
That you have these kids, and then you go out and you have more kids, and then on those kids you have more kids, and now you have 8 children, and you have to try to spend your time in between 8 kids because you can't control yourself. Also gross, because the fact of the matter is, I don't like when people pretend like kids are the only thing you can get from sex. How many times was it not kids? The fact that you have that many kids lets me know that y'all are out here having unprotected sex with every woman you come across. And that makes me feel like it's been plenty of times when it was not kids. It was something else that you caught. So I just feel like the majority of y'all men, all of y'all that have hella kids, Fetty Wap, Future, all y'all men, disgusting. I feel like y'all definitely, first of all, I think everyone in Hollywood has herpes. I ain't gonna
Y'all just spread stuff around.
We all be dating the same people over and over. It's so gross. Like, I just feel like all of y'all have herpes, and I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it's nasty. But because you just do it unprotected. Like, you don't protect yourselves. You don't protect the other people. But it's just so gross. And then the idea of, like, I'm so afraid of commitment, but I'll have all these children as though children aren't a bigger commitment than marriage, which is
wild to me. I'll have a baby with you, but I won't marry you. Men that do that, immediate ick.
Full of shit.
You're absolutely disgusting. You should hold it at the same fucking standard. Because she can still take you to court with a kid.
No.
Just like in a marriage, it doesn't matter. You're tied.
It's the same standard. Because guess what? When you get married to someone, there are multiple things you can do to protect yourself. Oh, it's a big commitment. People get divorced all the fucking time. And there are things called prenups, so you can protect your assets. You can basically walk out of a marriage with the same fucking shit you walked into it with. You go this way, I'll go that way, and then everybody, that's it. And then never talk to each other again if you don't have kids. If you have kids with someone, I hate this motherfucker. I gotta see him every fucking weekend to pick up this motherfucking, if he even comes every fucking weekend. I gotta hope that this person does what they need to do for the kid. I gotta hope they be a good father. I gotta all this kind of shit for 18 fucking years until this child has their own car and can drive to your house on their own without me being involved at all.
Good luck with that, because I bet you they don't.
They don't. They're not gonna do it. But, and honestly, this is a sidebar and something I'm gonna talk about in another episode. A lot of y'all men are under the assumption that women are telling the kids not to have relationships with you. A lot of these kids can see you. They don't want to have a relationship.
I don't have any.
They don't care.
My opinion is formed by what you're doing.
By what you're doing. And to make it even worse, a lot of these children's mothers are literally the only reason why they see you at fucking all.
Yes.
Because they are the ones that are pushing,
to get a break.
Pushing these kids, not even just to get a break, like even if their kids are adults.
Yes.
The last time I saw my father, my mother was like, I had a dream your father passed away. You should go see him and check on him. I was like, I guess. He was already trashed by this one. I went, got over there, this man tried to stab me. So that was the last time that I saw this man, and I shan't be doing it again.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is, these women push, and I honestly don't think y'all should be doing that. That's why I said there's a sidebar for another. I don't think y'all should be making these kids go see these men. Because
things happen, they re-traumatize.
Yeah, like stop pushing your kids to go see these men. They don't deserve it. But that's the only reason why a lot of y'all's kids even see you. It's because their mothers are saying,
no,
go see your father.
Yeah.
Okay?
My mom tries to push me all the time to write my dad. He's been in jail probably longer than I've been alive. So, and I will not write this man. I have no desire. She's going to give me conversation now? I don't care.
Somebody
Letters. Give me back child support.
Right.
I don't want your words. I don't care.
I don't care. So the lot of you are disgusting, and your logic is like so it's so twisted. It doesn't make any sense.
And it's the same thing, she said about, you are absolutely right about the marriage and thing not being on the same level, because I was married, and once I realized I did not want to have kids with that man, we got a divorce. Because I was like, I no longer want to be tied to you, and if I don't want to have kids with you, what am I doing with you? So it's time to be done. And I left that with what I came in with. It was very amicable, super easy. I mean, in Arizona, it's not easy to get a divorce just because they're very, stay together type of law, so it took a long time. But there was no fighting. It didn't have to get a bunch of lawyers and stuff involved and splitting this and splitting that. I was out. I didn't change my last name, nothing. It was clean, easy break. Do that. Stop having kids. My God.
So gross. Or if you want to have kids, this is the thing. I wouldn't mind if I had a best guy friend and we both wanted to have kids, but we both weren't in relationships. I'd be like, that. Let's go half on it.
Be there.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. But as far as if that's not your situation where you're just you're just having hella kids just to have hella kids, but you can't. Money is not all. Y'all are doing it because you think you have money, and that's all. That's not what it takes to raise children. Children need parenting. Yes. They need you to be there for them. They need you to be there for them and go to their games and go to their recitals and go be there and then when they need somebody to talk to and they call you, and what are you going to say? I'm with my other 7 kids, so I don't have time to talk to you about your issues. And all that kind of stuff, and constantly knowing, and then one kid's gonna constantly be the one put on the back burner. A lot of times it's the oldest one, or it's the girls. But they're gonna be constantly put on the back burner. They're going to be parentified because now I've got all these other kids. Bring them over. Y'all don't even be watching y'all's kids. To be honest, a lot of times when y'all's kids visit
you're a babysitter.
You think, you get babies. You think the older kids are babysitters, or you have your mother or some other woman watching your kids while you go out and just pretend like you don't have motherfucking kids. Y'all, your parenting is not good. Nobody's parenting is good enough to have all those kids with all those different people. Now, there are people who have hella kids. Everybody's in the same house. And even that is very precarious because a lot of those kids be fucked up.
They're trapped.
Right, they're exactly.
And that's, it's like, I got all these kids, I can't go nowhere type of dealio. And then also, you're not even factoring in, not every kid comes out healthy. You can have a kid with special needs. That kid requires way more attention and things. You cannot be there. What if out of 8 kids, you have 5 that are special needs? What do you do? Mm-hmm. It's so much work. There's no way. And that's all going to fall on the mother.
Exactly.
Unfortunately. So, it's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
But flowing into the other thing that she was talking about, she basically brought up that men that do this get with low functioning women. That is the term that she used. That she would not be someone that would do that because she would see she's a psychologist. Of course, she would see his issues probably faster than most. Just see the signs of it. And she's saying she would never, have been in that situation. She's never been in that situation up to this point.
Right.
So she was like, you got with low functioning women that allowed you to do that. And that's the only reason why you were allowed to do it. Had you have been with a woman of a higher caliber, or she says high functioning is her word, you wouldn't be allowed to do this with them. And that is a super good point. I know we had a previous episode just kind of talking about pick-me-shas and build it Brenda or whatever you would call them at this point. All these women that just want to lay down and do whatever for a man and people please them and stuff like that. And that's absolutely fucking true, because I do not consider myself a low functioning woman. You won't catch me in these streets with no baby daddy. So that's just it's what the truth is, and these men hate us for that. They hate us for not being low functioning.
Men do hate the women who aren't low functioning, for sure. It's disgusting.
They're ever loving guts. They just think, you're difficult. Oh, you're aggressive. Oh, you're pushy.
That's why y'all call so many black women aggressive or whatever, and then you get different races and you say, they're so much like better because they don't argue with you and blah blah blah. It's like people you don't want anybody to tell you that you're wrong when you're wrong.
That's a healthy relationship, is to have commentary, talk, conversations, argue. Nothing's gonna be perfect. You shouldn't be with someone that's just always doing your beckon.
Yeah, like honestly, that's gross. But also so I was on TikTok today, and they have the little TikTok lives where they have all this dumbass discourse or whatever. And I came across one, and it was talking about, should black men marry outside the race or whatever.
What'd you do?
And it's like, we don't care what you do, but also the picture he was using was of Odell Beckham and his baby's mama, who they are not together. Also, she is mixed, and so they are not together. They have a child, and basically, of course, the men were in there acting like black women are the problem and blah blah blah, and all this kind of stuff. And I really want to know when y'all are going to admit that y'all are the problem. And it's not even an opinion. This can be statistically proven, because if you look at all of the highest divorce rates,
right,
race-wise, they include black men. Yeah. The only one that includes black women is when black women are with black men. All the other highest divorce rates there's white women and white men, and then black men and everyone else. The highest divorce, black men and Hispanic women, black men and Asian women, black men and white women, highest divorce rates. Black women, when we are involved, outside of black men, we have the lowest divorce rates with every other race. So what that should tell you, y'all are the common denominator in this situation. And at some point, you're going to have to start taking some sort of accountability. I know it's damn near impossible. I know it's damn near impossible, because y'all love to put the blame everywhere else. But eventually, you're going to have to step up and say, God, we're trash. How can we be better people?
Can I be better?
And you can, but you have the first step is admitting you have a problem. My God, today, if you would just do that,
men AA,
you would just be so much better. But I just feel like at a certain point, y'all have to there's a thing, I don't know what it's called, I can Google it, but there is something that happens when multiple people, and this is mostly if you're having hella kids and you don't know, your other kids don't know that you have all these other kids. But there is something scientifically that attracts siblings to each other who don't know about each other. This happens all the time.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that y'all don't be thinking about.
It's so gross.
It's so nasty. So siblings will end up being together, getting married, not knowing, and they have the same father. And so that's something that happens, and there's a scientific name for it. I don't remember what it is. I'll find out. But that happens. That's a factor y'all have to think about when y'all are having hella kids. Even if you have kids and everybody knows about everybody or whatever the case may be, your kids are going to end up resenting each other. A lot of kids don't get along because of their parents.
Yes, exactly.
If you say you meet a woman and she's your wife, and then you have more kids with her, that's your wife and you're in the house with her all the time. So those kids are going to get all of your attention.
Everything.
And then all your other fucking kids that you had before, they're not going to get they're going to be upset. They're going to feel resentful of those other kids, even though it's not their fault. It's your fault for being a piece of shit. But they're not going to take it out on you. They're going to take it out on those other kids that you had, because they get to be with you all the fucking time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so it's stuff like that it's like y'all are creating a fucked up situation for your kids, and you don't ever really think about that because y'all are selfish. Like, you don't think about, you're not good parents. Like, the bottom line is, if you're not thinking about things you're doing affecting your kids in the future, you're not really parenting, because that's really what you should be thinking about.
I would not want to say my dad is Nick. That's
Right.
embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
Like, and think about how many kids have to say that now. Like, ew, so gross. Yeah, you have to think about that. Like, if you're having kids, like, one, you should want to be a good parent, and part of that is like taking care of them as well. Doing it with a person that you can get along with, that would kind of be a good idea. But yeah, no. And calling the moms, the bees and the hoes and the this and the that. Kids don't care.
Imagine calling a woman a hoe when you have 10
Taking
kids
care of
with
it.
all these motherfucking
Right.
women. Like, the
Right.
audacity of you niggas to ever call any women hoes.
Literally.
Insanity. Like,
Entirely too much.
I don't understand. But even like if the case, and then y'all do that stuff and constantly run around blaming your bad relationships with your kids on the moms. She's poisoning them against me. She's doing that. Most moms, honestly, are not doing that. They try to keep all the information about what happened with their ex away from the kids. They don't mention it. They don't bring it up. They don't say anything. They don't tell the kids, "Oh, your father was trash," or "He's this, that, and the other." What they constantly do is every time the kid says, "Dad's trash, he's only paying attention to these other kids, he don't care about me," they'd be like, "We still your father, and he loves you," or whatever, knowing good and hell well that's a lie.
Yep.
They need
And
to
kids are brutally honest. If the moms was running around telling all these stories, they would tell you.
Exactly.
They would say something absolutely like, "Why'd you do that to mom?" Like, what's
kids can't hold water. They're
No.
my mama said, "Did you?"
They would tell you that she said that. So I don't know where that whole thing comes from, because absolutely not.
It comes from having to like that to deflect accountability all the time. Because if you ever sat up here and said to yourself like, "Oh, my kids fucking hate me," but like without blaming it on the women, then you would have to accept that your kids hate you because of you, and that's very difficult for a lot of men to, accept. Very difficult for a lot of men to handle.
Yep.
And they just don't. They don't know. I hate my father. I don't hate him, but like I just don't. I'm
It's
very
strong
indifferent.
dislike.
I don't even dislike. I'm just indifferent to the
that's
whole
true.
situation. Like
Yeah,
I don't want to talk to you. I don't need you in my life. I shan't be having you in my life. You're a toxic person.
Yeah.
I don't want to be involved with you. But he won't accept that as an answer. Like he feels very much entitled to my love, and a lot of y'all feel entitled to.
Oh
your
my
kids'
gosh,
love,
so entitled.
and you don't deserve it.
And well, I'm your dad. You should. No, I
None of
shouldn't
that
do
matters.
nothing.
None of that matters.
You're still a person,
You're
and I will treat
last
you.
motherfucker.
I cut you off like I cut off a friend. What do you mean?
You're a regular person. For parents, family, everybody in general, no one is entitled to your love.
Absolutely not.
If
Not
they
entitled
do
to like
something to you, you do not have to forgive them just because they are family. They're your father. They're your husband. They're whatever. I don't have to forgive you and accept you into my life.
Yep.
After you have wronged me for any reason. I can choose who I want to have in my life.
Yep.
Regardless of our relationship. The moment that I said it's been one too many times that you have wronged me and I am good, that was that.
Yep.
And now I have not talked to this man since, and he has tried. He won't take no for an answer. Okay? Won't accept it. Trying to go through all these different channels to talk to me. Try to turn my nephew into some sort of go-between and constantly telling him, like,
please stop using kids as weapons.
I've had to tell I fucking hate that shit. I had to tell my nephew, and this pissed me off because I didn't want to. Like, once again, I'm trying to save your image. I had to tell my nephew the truth about what happened with my father. I had to say this person was violent towards me. I decided because he constantly kept going to him and saying this, and that. And I told him several times, I said, when he says that, you tell him, I'm a child. I don't need to be involved in this business, is what you tell him. But too many times, too many lies, too many acting like, well, I didn't even do anything. The last thing he said was like, oh, well, we had an argument and she was mad at me. Sir, you picked up a knife and tried to stab me. Your wife had to hold you back. Ex-wife, thank God she's smart. But your wife had to hold you back from literally murdering me. And this was in front of my nephew when he was a baby. So the bottom line is, that's what the fuck happened. And we're not going to sit up here and act like you didn't do anything or whatever the case.
Brush that up
and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely
I had to tell my nephew, who is still a child, the truth about that, because I had to let him know. I feel like it's important for him, even at this young age, to learn the lesson that when somebody puts their hands on you or is violent towards you,
it's time to go.
It's time to leave that person alone for the rest of your life. Like that you don't have to forgive people or let people in your life when they do stuff like that. You. For a period, it is for you. And I've forgiven him, but I also never have plans to speak with him again because you are a toxic person. Yeah. You don't deserve to.
I know every time it's the same old story. Right. So why would I keep going back to the same thing?
She's like, well, y'all just gonna keep on talking about shit and not petting me. This is some bullshit. I understand. I feel you. Okay. I apologize. We'll pet more. You just gonna beat me up? Okay. So that's what happened on that, and I just, girl, you don't have to calm down. Why are you trying to beat me up? Because I got already upset. Anyway, so that's where that went, and that's where that ended. That's where that's leaving. Yeah. But period. But you know, y'all have to really start thinking about this stuff. Your kids are going to get older. They're going to need more stuff. They're going to want more attention. They're going to start having more emotions. They're going to start remembering that you only care about these kids and not them. Yeah. Or whatever. I saw a video. This guy was like, women don't understand that when we break up with you, we break up with the kid too. Can you just die?
Is insane.
Like, can you just
that's actually insane. Like, are you... There's no way.
I was like, y'all really think like that?
Really attach. Like, that's not... Men are so, my seed, my legacy, my this, my that. But you don't do nothing to make that any better, to be a protector, a provider, a shield for that child. None of that. And forget your last name, because they can change it anytime they want to. So having a kid, don't do that either. That does nothing. So it's just absolutely insane. And kids remember things from, very young ages, way more than you think. Like, my dad used to think I did not recognize the things he did because I was younger. I totally, I have all of the imagery of, what he did. He'd be like, I didn't cheat on your mom. Sir, I literally remember being in the park, you talking to other women while I was there, playing in the park. I remember as a child how you wouldn't claim me as your child. You would use my sister because she was special needs to get sympathy from other women to pick up and hit on that. So gross. But then I come up to you and I'm like, Dad, and you act like I'm not your child. It's only my sister because she's special needs, and you trying to get this woman that's at the park. You're trash. We remember that stuff. That was nothing that my mom had to tell me. My mom didn't even know that. I actually just told my mom that story probably this year. What did she do? She's like, I'm not surprised. Because he's terrible. I'm not surprised. Trash. She's like, wow, okay. I'm not surprised. And I'm like, yeah, all the stuff he put you through, you didn't have to tell me a damn thing. I had already seen it with my eyes that he was trash.
I'm sorry, my very eyes, ma'am.
Gross.
It's so gross.
No, I remember all of that. There's so many things I remember as a kid. You don't think I don't remember my brother being missing for days on end because you sold him for drugs? You think I don't remember this?
Oh my God.
Both of our fathers on drugs. Oh my God. Mine definitely was.
That's why my mom got divorced from my father. He was on drugs, and people were coming to our house threatening us.
Oh yeah, we got that too.
So much fun. Got divorced. Good times. Anyway.
Yep. Glad my mom got one too.
Good times. But yeah, that is crazy. Y'all, honestly, and I'm talking to black men specifically because I don't care about these other races of men. They're doing what the fuck needs doing. Okay, y'all y'all have got to stop letting the devil use you. You really do. I mean, the lot of y'all have become very evil in spirit.
Oh my gosh.
Very evil.
Gross.
And I feel like,
Do we want to talk about it?
listen, the experiences that I've had in this state specifically have been very unpleasant. But I had an experience last weekend where we experienced, we were together.
Yes.
She literally had to save my life because
We almost died. Like
we
twice
almost
that
died.
night. Insane.
Because y'all are insane. And not only are you insane, you can't handle your emotions.
No.
You
handle your liquor.
handle your liquor. And
You can't handle yourself around women.
you genuinely cannot. And the thing is, and I explained this to somebody else who we were talking to about this, who was basically saying, so the bottom line is this. Okay, let me tell you. Go ahead.
I need a shot.
Give me another. Give me another
This
shot.
story sucks.
My God, today.
It's the worst.
Oh, I can't open this. You
Oh,
want to?
I forgot.
My spirit is vexed, child.
Okay.
What's looking at weapons? It's like, I'm gonna buy you some.
Look.
Yours will be pink. Mine are gonna be black. It's really cute. I'll show you the picture.
Okay. My mom wants me to buy this particular weapon as well. And I'm like, okay, well. She's like, no more of that. Anyway, yeah.
All right. Oh God. Why are those so good? Oh my God. Anyway,
Delicious.
Recommend. So this is what happened. Now we went and listen. Everybody involved in this story is gonna get this smoke. Whatever I say stands, and I mean it with my whole goddamn heart. And I'm not taking it back because you deserve it. Okay? You deserve everything I'm saying. We were out for my birthday weekend. Okay? I was trying to enjoy my goddamn birthday. Okay? We went out. We went to a restaurant. We were going to go out to places around this restaurant when we left. We should have done that. Okay? I didn't do that. Because someone came to the restaurant that was a friend of ours. And they said, oh, man, homeboy's having a kickback, blah, blah, blah. And I thought to myself, well, hey, we can go to this kickback, get some free drinks, whatever. Or if it's trash, we'll just go somewhere else around that vicinity. It's fine. So we go to this place. We bring a bottle. We brought bottles, right? Like good guests. Okay? We get over there. Everything's fine. Everyone's being chill. There's somebody else whose birthday it was, and he was doing a lot.
They were doing a lot, but I do want to get into how our first incident of how we almost died. So first we get there, we're in the parking lot, and my friend's trying to park, and this car starts to back up, and my friend's honking the horn because our car's like this, their car's backing up and literally not stopping, like they're about to hit us. So my friend's honking the horn. They're clearly either not hearing it, not looking back, because who reverses and doesn't look back at where the fuck you're reversing? Idiot. And so I have to bang on this woman's trunk. That's how close the fucking car was to hitting us. I had to bang on her trunk to make her stop from driving. So that's how we almost died. I'm out the window, literally tapping the car. It is this close to my body. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
And then all of a sudden, this person's like, oh my God. That was our first red flag. And honestly, we should have left at that point.
You know what?
That was
when the Father tries.
God himself was trying to get us to go.
When the Father tries to tell you to move and you don't listen. Now I'm upset about it because I didn't even think about that. But you know what?
That was the
sign that we should have taken our motherfucking asses elsewhere.
Yep.
We didn't listen. Okay? These weapons. There's a pink set. There's like a pink unicorn one. So it's like a little cone. It's got knife inside, pepper spray, and then a taser. I'm about to, and breast knuckles. So y'all about to get this work.
All the things.
So anyway. So we get upstairs. There's another person there, and it's his birthday, and he's hyped up or whatever. He's drunk. He's definitely being way too
touchy-feely.
We don't know this man. It's my first time meeting this man in person.
My second time
meeting this man. He's literally
touching everything.
Ass. I can't tell you how many times my ass was slapped.
Slap, yes.
My cheeks hurt. I didn't go home.
I gave him one little dance, and that was forced. To be honest,
dances were forced for sure.
Yeah.
He was definitely giving like very much like ebony ivory, trying to take us. It was just so weird. And then he kept calling me vanilla wafer. I was like, how do you
stop with the colorism? Can we stop with this?
That's very weird. That's not the first time that happened to me, because when that other thing happened, that's how they started too. That guy, he was like something light bright
and all this stuff. Like, why are we imposing that on ourselves? That's
why
so
is that? Have y'all never seen a light skinned person? Like the way y'all talk, it made me feel like y'all have never seen one of me.
Like, stop calling me Coco and chocolate.
Right. That's fucking weird.
And it's very strange of you to do that as women.
Right.
Like, I'm a person. I think that's just their way of depersonifying
that's
women.
That's
not what it is. I am not a fruit. I am not something that taste and eat that you can hold and do. Cut it the fuck out.
I'm so disappointed.
Cut it out.
It's embarrassing for you. Anyway, so that's what was going on. He was doing all that, but whatever. He was fine. Like, we weren't taking it seriously. We were like, whatever. He's having a good time. We're not going to give this man too much. Whatever. It was just whatever, and we were just like laughing at whatever, him being stupid. All right. So this is the man that owns his apartment. He goes off with another guy. They go get food. There's another guy who was there who had left early. Okay. He was cool. He left early. These other two dudes go and get food. Now, these people they want to play a game. Earlier in this whole shindig, they start talking about men, women, blah, blah, blah. These men are sitting here saying, it's who you choose, which is lazy ass victim blaming. I always said it. I always say it. Y'all are bad people. Yes. You can't accept that. And you
express yourself as someone that you're not. Right. So it's not who we choose when you come as a different person.
If you come as a different person, if you come up to me.
What was I supposed to do?
And you say, hey, my name is Tyrone, and I'll be ruining your goddamn life in 6 to 9 months. That's different. And I still choose it. Then it is who I choose.
Yeah, that's on me.
But if you come and you say, hey, I'm Jonathan, I really, want to take you out or whatever, all this, how the fuck am I supposed to know that you're actually Satan? How, Sway? So it's not who we choose, it's who you pretend to be, and you don't want to admit that y'all are liars and manipulative, like Nick Cannon literally just said.
Like
that he is. So
he admitted it.
Y'all gonna have to stop lying. It's lazy ass victim blaming. I don't partake in that type of shit.
No.
And I don't fuck around with. I don't do that.
If you can't get it through your thick skull that you're the problem, and especially these men were talking about beforehand how they were having threesomes and sleeping with multiple people in the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty as hell. Not even taking showers afterwards. Please seek help. It's disgusting. But we're choosing wrong.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So they were trash on that level. We were already like, whatever. And then somebody had asked me like how old I was turning. It was my birthday. I was like, I'm 39 and whatever. I'm 39, y'all. In case you don't fucking know.
Look at this.
I'm 30 fucking 9. Okay? So I really am not here for the shenanigans. This is why I am the way that I am. I have 39-year-old energy. Okay? I'm not here for the fucking I am 39 goddamn ass years old. Okay. So I was like, I'm 39 now. This person the person who brought us to this shindig. These are people she knows. These are her friends, her family. They're so close. Well, she is like 37. She's also the same age I am. Like it's not. Like,
I'm the youngest.
She's the youngest,
and I don't play no games.
And she don't play. She got 45-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. So she is not with the shits. I'm not with the shits. We're very similar in spirit to Jasmine and I, and this is why we're friends. And so I feel like sometimes I'm even more like, I'll accept a certain amount of shenanigans before I'm like, all right, niggas, enough. Jasmine is already like,
very low
all
meter.
right, niggas. Immediately upon arrival,
Done.
all right, niggas. No,
It's enough.
Okay.
I done had enough. Shut the fuck up.
Everyone shut the fuck up.
Don't ever tell me to shut the fuck up. That was
That, like, dead ass.
woo.
Okay, so then we're having this conversation. They're at some ages and blah, blah, blah. They're doing all this kind of stuff. Because these are men who think like that and men that think they are good men. That's always how men who think they're good men act, right? So then they start playing a strict version of Never Have I Ever. And the questions they were asking were so, like,
Just
regular that it was like, y'all just want to get naked.
Yeah.
Like, that's the bottom line. And that's fine. Jasmine and I are not getting involved.
I had wanted no parts.
We wanted 0 parts of that. So we're just like laughing, everybody. We're chilling.
Okay.
We're noticing, at this point, I'm noticing very precarious behavior from
Yes.
the person who brought us.
What you call it, precarious? I don't know if I want to use that word, but
Very precarious.
that's very
Because-
nice.
Let me tell you something. All right? And this is just going to be a long podcast today. Okay? It is fine.
What I should talk about. Buckle.
But look, something that I learned when I was in high school, I had a friend who used to go after other friends' men all the time. Okay? And I never had realized this. So my friend, we'll call her Pleasure. Okay? Now, Pleasure had a best friend. Her name was Brittany. Okay? And Brittany dated Pleasure's brother. And Brittany used to say, if I wasn't in a relationship with her brother, she would try to date him too. That's how
You're gross.
That's how much she used to go after people. And I had never noticed that before. So I was like, oh, that's kind of trashy. But I never, like, broke up the friendship because of that, right? Of course, she later on turned around and did this to me. And then the thing is, she went out of her way to do this to me because the person that I was in a relationship with was in jail.
Which is
Crazy. So she went out of her way, literally came to my house, stole letters that he wrote me, and started writing him. That's how desperate this person was to be with the person. Oh, she moved houses after that because I was looking for her motherfucking ass, bitch. Not because of the man, whatever. He wanted to be trashed. He later on died, so it is what it is. But he wanted to be trashed on him. But you were my friend, and you deserve what I've got for you. She didn't get it because she literally moved houses. So, like, she ran away like a fucking coward. But anyway, I always am checking for, now I'm not an observant person, but when it comes to friendships and people, if you do something or say something that I am like, I'm gonna clock that shit every time. Because how am I different from this other person who you were doing this fucked up shit to? I am not. We're the same fucking person.
And clearly,
You are capable of being trashed.
Yep.
Your integrity. It's not about the person you're doing it to. It's about you.
Yes.
Your integrity.
Yes.
Okay, this is why I don't revenge cheat. If you cheat on me, fantastic. Let's never speak again. I'm not going to revenge cheat on you because my integrity says that I am not a cheater. Okay?
Exactly.
So, same thing goes for friendships. I don't fuck around with my friends' men.
No. It's gross.
At all. That's not in my spirit.
Whatever.
I get immediately grossed out with my friend. I can like a guy and think he's so fine. If my friends start liking him, start talking to him, I'm immediately turned off. My insides would be like, ugh.
Yeah.
So I do not. I
can't do it.
I don't understand how other people do that shit. But if I see you on that type of behavior and you're messing around, kind of giving a friend's man that type of energy,
Right. Oh my God.
you're your titties in his face and all this kind of stuff. When your friend is not there,
Let me peep it.
I really feel like, oh, you are just not a good person.
No, you suck.
And I was seeing that type of shenaniganry going on. So I already was getting to the point where I was like, So Jasmine and I do this thing when we're out, right? We'll be right, and we'll start looking at each other, being like,
Yeah,
so,
we gave the look like,
what?
you peeped out. You know, I'm glad we could talk just for a minute. We was doing that.
So
we
we'll
was having a
kind
whole
of be like,
conversation.
you ready to get on up here? Because we go places, okay, we're usually together. So if I'm ready to go, more than likely she's already been ready to go in 15 minutes. So I was like, I was giving her the ready to go eyes, and she was also giving like, ready to go.
They didn't have my game.
They was like, I'm ready to go now. She'd have brought games, okay, to the thing, all right. They wanted to play the Never Have I Ever. They wanted to strip or whatever, and I was just like, hey, y'all would just get naked. Just get naked. What?
I don't need to be involved.
Like, why are y'all doing this, making this weird like excuse to just get naked or whatever? So now this other guy, this man is like, somebody said he was 6'7". He's not that tall.
He is not that tall.
Like, no way. He's got to be like 6'3", maybe 6'4".
Yeah, maybe.
But he starts for whatever reason getting upset. Okay.
Just going crazy.
I
don't know if it's because he had his shirt off. He was feeling all Superman, whatever.
Their shirts off.
It was very awkward.
He starts to
because they didn't look good.
No,
their shirt off. It didn't make me.
It was giving like you know Snoop
anything.
Dogg and Baby Boy when he had that like tank top, and you were like,
they were too like nothing.
It was nothing.
It was giving nothing.
It was. Yes, sis, give us nothing.
Love it. And I'm like, you are not worthy of seeing my body. So there's no way.
But the thing is, that's just not who I am. I'm not to be getting naked at a party.
People I don't know like that?
No, absolutely not. And then, so yeah, he started to just get upset, and he was like, just being like, let me ask you a question. And then he didn't ask the question. He didn't finish. He didn't say what his question was. And I was just like, what's your question? Because this is something that I do, and it really makes men very irritable. When a man starts to escalate, I calm all the way down because I see that you are about to be stupid. So, and I want you to be even, I want you to really realize how unreasonable you're being because I am being perfectly calm and nice to you. You are being a fucking psychopath. And so I really want you to realize that. And so when he started being like, well, why are you? And then he never finished his question. And then he starts going, you're 39 and you can't even answer a motherfucking question.
I had enough at that point. I was done.
This is when
that was my set off.
Jasmine was activated. Okay?
I go 0 to 100 real quick.
This was when Jasmine was activated because I was just taking the disrespect. Like I was just like, it's whatever. Like I just genuinely didn't care, and I was like, this man, he's just being stupid. It is what it is. This is when Jasmine's activated. So you carry on what's going on.
So yes, I got activated, and I too, meet her with when they get up here, I'm down here. I never raised my voice at this man. I don't even think I cursed at him. I don't even think I said not one curse word. I just simply was like, what is your problem? You're being weird. Her name is Bree. Stop calling her by her age. That's fucking weird. Cut it out. What is wrong with you? So me and him are going back and forth. I don't remember how much the argument went, but he kept getting louder and louder, and I kept being at my same tone. Like, you're being ridiculous. You need to calm this shit down. And then all of a sudden, he is taking the energy he's directed at me, and he doubles it and sends it towards Bree.
I was for some reason.
I was the one arguing with him. No props. Was it about her? Yes. But she was not saying, she literally was sitting there like, it's fine, Jasmine. It's okay. I don't care. That's his problem. Mm-hmm. Just let it go. And I might have let it go had he not have done the next thing. He kept escalating.
He was being so insane, right? And then he starts yelling at me. And he's like, if you're not going to play the motherfucking game, then you need to get the fuck out of here. And at this point I said, sir, now keep in mind, this is not his motherfucking house. Okay? But the person who, is that his brother?
It's his brother.
Either way, the person who lived there, it's their house. They weren't there. They don't know what's going on. They haven't heard any of this conversation at all. When they left the house, everything was cool. So they have no idea what's going on. At this point, they come back in. And then when they come back in, I told to the guy that was arguing, I said, listen, if you would like me to leave, I don't have a problem with that. Literally
very
just
calm.
like that. Like, I was like, I don't have a problem with that.
I barely heard her and she
go.
was sitting next to me.
I can definitely go. That's not a problem.
And I was
We
like,
can
Bree, leave it
definitely
up. I gotta go too.
Right.
So,
So at this point, the guy who just came back in, whose house it was, he starts going, well, this is my house. This is my house. So y'all gotta go. Okay? Hostile for no reason. We already wanted to get the fuck out of here.
yeah, I was ready to
It
go.
wasn't a problem.
At that point. This is like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm ready to get in
Yeah,
it's past my bedtime.
Right.
Way done.
What did I just tell you? I just turned 39. It's already past my bedtime. Okay? So I'm like, and I'm not having a good time.
No.
I was like, I'm ready.
I'm not feeling anything. There's no, they ain't got, it's, it's a nigga party.
Mm-hmm.
But like men, like there's no food,
Mm-hmm.
there's no ice for my drink. I'm drinking warm liquor. I feel uncomfortable because there's half naked people in the room that I have no interest in.
Mm-mm.
I'm ready to go.
Ready to go.
They playing weird music I ain't never heard of. I'm out. The vibes weren't vibing.
Vibes were not. Mm-mm. Were the vibes in the world?
Vibes were not
The vibes
vibing.
were not. Oh. So at this point, I said, okay, that's fine. Jasmine, now, like I said, brought games. Mm-hmm. The game starts getting packed up. We're packing up the games. The person who brought us there,
I
keep in
told her to
mind,
pack up my stuff.
they haven't said a motherfucking thing.
Nope.
This whole time this is going on. These are their people, their friends.
They can tell it's a situation.
They know it's a situation.
Because everybody in the room
person.
can.
They know that this is how this person is because it's not the first time that this man has got hype with a woman before. Okay, so they know this. This is their behavior.
And we actually missed a thing. Before he told us to get the fuck out or whatever, he said he was going to punch her in the fucking face.
So that was when I was
that-
walking out. So that was after he told us to get the fuck out. So first he said, get the fuck out. He said, if you're not going to play the game, you need to get the fuck out. And that's when I said, okay, we can leave. So then this is where he started to get even more crazy. Everybody's completely calm. We're packing our things.
Everybody's
Getting
silent
ready
as a
to go.
church mouse in
It's
this
so
bitch,
fucking
except
silent.
for me.
The person who no, you're silent too because you were just getting your shit together. You
I was
were
like,
just
get
ready
that.
to go.
Let's go.
Get that. Let's go. The person who brought us there, so quiet, not saying anything, not defending us to be like, no, nothing, literally nothing, no help whatsoever. Okay, great. So then we are getting ready to leave. The guy who was so hype or whatever starts being like, can you bitches hurry the fuck up? Okay. Now this is where I was then activated because
Yes, she was activated at that point.
at that point I said, sir, I'm not going to be too many more bitches. We are already leaving. Like, we are already leaving. There is literally no reason for you to be acting like this. The bottom line is you can't control your liquor. And so you are taking it out on us. We have not done anything to you. You are upset. That's fine. But you're not going to keep on calling me out of my motherfucking name.
Yeah.
This is when
That was the whole
he
fight.
starts being like, I'm about to punch you in the motherfucking face. I'm about to start punching bitches in the face. At this point, I said, sir, if you punch me in the face, you're going to jail. Like, what do you fucking mean? Are you insane? Like,
Yeah. She was being very calm. And I think the person whose house it was saw my face, my demeanor start to change. Because I don't think you saw it because you were already walking out. But
he pushed me out the door, the person whose house it was.
yes,
Pushed me
he
out.
came to me and he like was in my ear and whispered and he's like, hey, like, can you just leave or whatever? This is, I don't even remember all he said, but he did politely ask me to leave in a better way than he was, because the way my body and stuff, especially when they slammed that door and
Yeah,
you were
he
gone,
pushed me out and slammed the
I was about to, my fist was about to go flying, and that was not going to be okay. And I think he saw it all over my face and my body, because being from Chicago, I'm not, you've lost your motherfucking mind.
Lost your mind. So gross. No, I didn't know that he at least like said something to you or whatever. But my whole thing is this, like, so then at that point we're walking down the stairs or whatever. I'm still yelling. He's still going off from inside the house. I can hear this man.
Crazy.
Now I've been pushed out this door. I'm going down the stairs. I've been talked to like crap. I've been threatened. At this point, I'm fucking furious. And you know the kind of mad that you are that you just want to cry. That is how I felt. Like,
You're just
I was
boiling.
fucking so furious because this is the thing. And I explained this to the person, to another person we talked to about this over the weekend or whatever, the day after this happened. And they were saying that they think it's because dudes from Detroit
I don't give a
acting
damn.
like that. I don't give a fuck
You
about
know
all
what
the
disrespect
excuses.
is? Because did you talk to any other woman in there
No.
like that? No.
No, you did that on
You knew.
purpose. But also, this is not the first time, like I said before, that this man has done this to a woman, period. This is who this man is. If when you get drunk, your immediate reaction is, I want to fight women, that's who the fuck you are. And you can't tell me that's not who the fuck you are. If you are a person who does that type of shit when you were drunk, then you need to stop drinking is the bottom fucking line. Because obviously, alcohol is too much for you. You can't control yourself. You're not a real person. You don't have any willpower or self-control. You're just a fucking rabid animal in these goddamn streets. And you think that you're going to talk to me crazy and threaten me and think that I really was like, does this man understand
I thought I was in the Twilight Zone.
that
crazy.
I wish he would have put his goddamn hands on me. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, okay? Any man that puts his motherfucking hands on me, bitch, is going to jail. I am not one of these black women that's like, listen,
No.
the Mega
Let
Stallion
me
was out here
go.
protecting Tory Lanez when he was doing what the fuck. I'm not that. I don't give a fuck about you niggas. I'll put each and every one of you in prison. I'll call the police on 3 of y'all niggas right now. Like, I don't give a flying fuck about y'all because y'all don't protect black women, you don't respect black women, and you don't deserve anything from black women. And so I shan't be protecting you niggas. If you ever put your motherfucking hands on me, bitch, you'll be in jail for the rest of your life. I am from California. That is the land of lawsuits. Are you crazy? Do you know how many lawyers I know I have on standby? I will put you in jail the rest of your days, bitch. I'll tell the police. They probably got drugs in there too. Get them all. Let all these motherfuckers away. The whole lot of them. Get all of them. They probably got drugs. They probably got guns. Probably got a bunch of stuff in there. Go get them.
Yep.
Take them to jail. And you know what?
Sing more.
I hope you give them a hard time. I hope when they come for you, I hope you act up. You know how trigger happy these
Ain't
people
no
are.
way.
I hope you do. I
Ain't
hope
no
you
way
do.
he was gonna calm down.
No way he was going to calm down. I would have hoped you would have acted up, and I hope that we would have seen. I wouldn't give a fuck about that police brutality. I'd have been like, Black lives don't matter today because let me tell you,
My life is what
my
matters.
life is what motherfucking matters. You don't matter. You're a bitch. Okay, it's the bottom line. You don't matter to me at all. And the thing is, I don't care that you are a friend of what was my friend because at this point,
You don't give a damn that I am.
right,
either.
you don't care about me. And then and like I said, you finna get this smoke because you deserve it. As a lot of y'all, if you are a woman and you are in your late 20s and 30s, anything above that, and you have not learned yet how to be a girl's girl, you may as well just
Die.
drop off the face of the earth. But also that, like, hang it up at this point because what are you doing with your life? These men are trash. They're not going to be around forever. They're not going to be there for you if something happens to you. They don't give a fuck. Are you kidding me? The fact that I would never think in my rightful mind to bring a person to a function and have that person be threatened,
Threatened.
get kicked out, and I wouldn't have immediately
Disrespected.
told everybody about themselves and then left with that person. Like, are you fucking? This person did not leave with us.
We were in no way in the wrong.
We were not in the wrong. We didn't do anything to these people. They didn't come check on us. They didn't do nothing. I had to text them and be like, I will never be around that person again because it's the second time I've been around that person. And the first time was trash. They acted like that. Because the first time, another one of those guys threatened us for no fucking reason, out of fucking nowhere. And then when we were like, yeah, but then the guy that was going off and threatened me was like, oh, y'all just don't know how to take a joke because you're from California, you don't know how to take a joke. There's nothing funny
There was nothing funny
about you threatening women that you don't fucking know. That doesn't even make any sense. And then the fact of the matter is, then you proceeded to then what he threatened me for real in a real place. So you always were like this. On top of that, the first time you met him, you said he was about to fight a woman in the goddamn streets. This is who you are, sir. You are a terrible person. That's a motherfucking bottom line. And you're not gonna sit up here and try to gaslight me into thinking that
I should just sit there and take the shit.
I'm supposed to just take it. It's just a joke or whatever the fuck. You can die today. I don't give a flying fuck. The way that I felt so terrified and uncomfortable. And not just because of him, but because of the fact that there were 5 other men there. Nobody did anything. They acted like we had done something to this man. Like literally just sat there silent. And I'm embarrassed for the whole lot of you. And I really don't understand it because as a person from California, from LA specifically, I don't know about the rest of y'all in California, where y'all are from. Okay? But in LA, this type of behavior is considered bitch made. You cannot do that.
Yes, exactly.
OGs
never been in a
snatch a young nigga up for doing shit like that. They don't go back and forth arguing with women all fucking day.
Why are we going
fucking bitch behavior. Okay?
Very much. That's what I didn't understand.
Dudes do not do that. And listen, I give LA dudes a hard time because they be trash a lot of the time. I ain't gonna hold you. But my God, today I never
new sassy apocalypse men that want to go back and forth with women so fucking bad.
For what reason?
And then they want to be like, oh, I don't like how you go back and forth. Da, 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 da. Bitch, if you're going back, I'm coming forward.
I'm coming forward. Period.
Put that on the motherfucking t-shirt. That's the tagline. You coming back?
That's gonna be on merch coming soon. Petty Parlor.
I don't know what you think this is. I'm not gonna sit here and just let you talk to me.
No, you're insane. You're insane. I'm not just listen. Y'all have to stop because honestly, and then the thing is this: like, even if you don't give a fuck about women, you have to care enough about your homeboy to say, if he keep on doing this type of stuff, he gonna end up dead or in jail because you don't know who I know. I am not a person who lets that type of behavior slide. Like I said, and then men have no idea how much they traumatize women.
Yeah,
because
this was super traumatizing.
First of all, I felt like I don't ever want to be around men, period, for like quite a while because I feel
weekends of my life.
Literally, and this is literally my birthday weekend. It's supposed to be a good time. I'm supposed to be having fun. Literally, I haven't had a weekend this terrible in so fucking long. Okay, really was like I am literally traumatized, and instead of thinking about I want to have a good day on my birthday and like what the presents I want or whatever. I'm sitting here Googling all kinds of weapons. I'm like, I gotta be strapped because ain't no way nobody like from now on because I'm not doing that again. I'm never going to be in that position.
There's no more talking now.
You ain't got to tell me that one time because I'm never going to be in that position again. When I tell you that, listen, I'm one of those type of people that's like, if you're not going to use it, don't buy it. I will use that shit. I have used that shit before. I stayed with that shit on me, okay? So the bottom line is because I'm older and I've grown as a person. No, fuck you. That shit is going to be on me again. And the next motherfucking time, I really don't care what happened to you. I'll fight all you niggas. So like the bottom line is
on site.
I'll come with that shit on me. Don't think I won't. All of y'all can get the smoke, okay? Because the fact that y'all were sitting up here, and the thing is, one thing Jasmine said, we was in the car coming back, she was like, yo, what if you were here by yourself with the person you came with? And I was like, dead ass, I probably would have got jumped or some shit because he would have done stuff and no one would have gave a fuck.
I don't know where the limit was. What was their limit? What was your
giving a fuck?
Like stopping point at that point? It was not seen. It wasn't fucking there. That made no sense to me.
It really wasn't. And I was like dead ass, like traumatized from the experience.
It's very much so.
It's so.
And I'm like, you just expected me because I'm a woman to take all that?
Right.
Talk to me crazy like that? I know, and we could tell by the women that they were around, clearly they're used to women just taking their shit.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't going to be me. And then, one of our friends or whatever was talking about, but can't you see from her side? Like, she can't do that. She's not that type of person. I don't understand pick-me women. I will never understand it. It is not something I can compute because I am completely opposite of that. No, I don't understand. It is a choice. You're choosing to sit and lie on your fucking back for these men. And I'll never understand it. Because why? Have you seen men? Why?
Do you know men? They're awful. If you've ever met a man, you may be entitled to
you're not thinking you're worth something is insane. You thinking you have to take that from a man and be around in that type of toxicity and environment is insane. Absolutely not. Never would it be me.
Never. But then to turn around, and this is the thing, at this point, and I've been thinking about this, and I'm still thinking about it, but this is the person that brought us there, that I've had multiple situations with this person
where it's been nothing.
It's not been good. There's been, and it gets to a point with friendships and stuff for me that I'm like, if I have to keep on excusing behaviors of this person, I am forcing this at this point because I have to keep on constantly forgiving this person for doing this and doing that and being trash and doing this. And like, it just gets to a point where I'm like, what is the purpose? Like, what is the purpose of this? The audacity. And but it's just like, it gets to be too much. And I honestly don't think this is something I'll be able to come back from with that person. Like, I'm not. It's too much. It's too much, and I just don't.
And I don't see them changing.
I don't think they're going to change either. I don't think they even give a fuck, to be honest. Like, and I don't see them changing. But also, it gets to a point where it's like, for example, like Jasmine. And first of all, let me just say this: Jasmine is a real motherfucking one. Do you understand me? What I'm saying? This is the thing. When people meet us, they think we've known each other 75 years, that we were born together because we just are those type of people that we're just locked in. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we think very similar. We're very similar in person. So people think that we have known each other forever. We have not. Okay, known each other that long. I am the person that is usually the person that is constantly defending my friends, and most of my friends are very timid and very like whatever. So I'm constantly the person that's got to be like, first of all, what you're not going to do. So for me to have someone do that for me, and this happened a couple of times already where Jasmine has had to be like, first of all, what you're not going to goddamn do.
We're going to stop.
And that feeling is so incredible to have, to know that I don't have to constantly be the person that's just like having everybody else's back while nobody has mine.
Yep.
Like, that meant so much to me. She don't know, but she knows now. But I just told her. But honestly, I was like, dead ass. If it wasn't for her, like, I really don't know what would have happened. And the thing is, y'all run around like these shit is all fun and games. There have been multiple times where black women have been around groups of people and then turned up dead for whatever reason.
And it's gone completely.
And then no one gives a fuck. No one even puts these people in jail. The girl that went to Mexico with all them people and then she died, them people are still free. The other girl who was in a freezer or some shit, them people are like, literally nothing happens to people who do things to black women. So literally anything could have happened to me. The person who brought me there, you think they would have said anything?
I think they would have buried your body.
They would have buried my body in the backyard along with the rest of them motherfuckers. They don't give a fuck about me as a person. So the fact that I had someone there to be like, absolutely not, that's what we're not gonna do. Like, dead ass was like meant so fucking much to me, and I really appreciate you for that. I really
no excuses.
Love you. And if you are not a girl's girl, like if you are really a woman out here living for men, you have got to do better as a person. But also, I can't constantly overlook the fact that everyone you know is trash. Like, there's a pattern. There's a pattern that you constantly surround yourself with bad people. And it gets to the point where I do have to say, birds of a feather do motherfucking flock together. Like, you may also not be a good person, and you've been catfishing us this whole time.
You should have enough respect for yourself to be like, I'm tired of you putting me in this situation. Mm-hmm. I don't represent this. You don't fit and match where I'm at in my life, so I gotta go. I don't care how long you've been with a person. If they nothing about drama, and we're gonna talk about this in the birthday thing about how we dropped some other people due to the way they were for birthdays. So yeah, that type of stuff, I will try someone so.
And then the audacity of you for the next day, right? We're supposed to have brunch. Okay, first of all, supposed to be 5 other people there. Okay, they didn't show up. Only me, her, another person, and I ain't gonna. I'll tell you about that private because I'm not gonna do a person like that. But
you actually watch us.
Yeah, but my thing is this. It was just me, Jasmine, our other friend. That was it. Everybody else, they flaked on me, whatever.
Okay, we'll go into it more with the birthday episode.
We'll talk more about that in the birthday episode. But the person in particular that brought us to that situation, to text the next day, be like, I can't come because I have a headache. Bitch, you don't think I have a headache? After what you fucking put me through, you and your friends?
Do I have to bring up the receipt?
Oh my God.
What she said to me.
I still ain't read the text messages at all. Listen, I am a very good disassociator, okay? I'm fantastic at it. All right? When I don't fuck with you anymore, I don't need to go back and forth. I don't need to explain myself to you. I don't feel like you deserve that. And also, I don't believe in closure. That's a whole nother episode that we can get into as well. We could talk about the fact that closure is a myth. I really truly believe that. I don't believe in closure. I don't want you to have closure. like you don't deserve it. Like is the bottom line. And so if I don't fuck with you anymore, I just won't fuck with you.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going back and forth.
You never existed.
You never existed. Who?
Huh? Who was that?
Who is that?
When?
I ain't never heard of that person in my life.
I'm sorry to this man.
I don't know this man. I don't want to. I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know. I never seen this man. Like I'm fantastic at it. Okay, so the bottom line is, if I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you. I don't feel like I need to explain myself to you because you were there. You know what the fuck happened. Yeah. And so I'm not going to go back and forth.
You understand, once I've already explained my point of view of why I'm upset, and you understand it, that's all that needs to be said. That's the
I don't care if you understand. She's nicer than me. I don't care if you understand. You didn't.
I need to be heard.
No, I don't even need to be heard.
I know, she's just done.
I'm just done.
I'm a loudmouth, and I don't even need to be heard. Just jab.
I don't even need you to know that I know that you've done something to me for me to leave you alone. And now I've done that to several people that didn't know that I caught them in lies or being trash or whatever, and I just left them alone forever. And they, till this day, don't know what the fuck happened to me. They may see me on this podcast and be like, she's alive. Look at her. Okay. But they don't know what fucking happened to me. They have no fucking clue, and I never said anything. And I'm not going to give you any closure because closure is a fucking myth that people use to get back into your life when they don't fucking deserve it. And they'll call you or text you and be like, I think we should have a conversation for closure. You can think that all you want to, but you ain't gonna get no goddamn closure.
All you're going to get is these hands.
Right.
So you get ready for the smoke.
Closure. I want you to be confused the rest of your life.
That's why I was like,
a day of peace after you've wronged
me. Like, I was ready for her to show up at that brunch and just get
that's
all the smoke. Baby,
I really was like, that's why she didn't come. Because
it was going to be both of us.
Yeah.
And then our other friend probably would have chimed in because once she knew what happened. Yeah. There wasn't going to be nobody. That's
really why I felt like they didn't come. I feel like, you know what? They know. And I already suspected. And I literally told you in the car.
You did.
I was like, they're not going to come. Because they know that we're going to go the fuck in on them. And they don't want that shit. And so at the end of the day,
because they are timid and they don't stand up and they just lay around, and I can't be. That is unsafe. We have an episode. I don't know if it's going up before this one or after this one. Go watch it. It's about male-centered partners, and we talked about how unsafe. Partner-centered partners. Yes, we were trying to stay very, kosher with the theme because it can be male-centered girls, male-centered males, anybody of any sexuality. These are just people in general and how they are. Partner-centered people. So that episode's coming out either before this or after this. Go watch it, where we talk about how unsafe these situations can be and what can happen from that. Because being around these people is extremely dangerous.
Extremely dangerous. And that would make it even more crazy because they're not even that person's partner. They're just friends.
We're just friends. It wasn't even nothing to tie for him. We were just friends. So.
And then you're running around talking about, I look at these people like brothers or whatever, but then you're fucking pulling out your titties and shit, shaking them all, put them in this man's mouth who is your girlfriend's, who's your friend's boyfriend. Sorry, but all the smoke. Like, I don't even give a fuck. Like, at this point, it is what it is. You're like, bro, that's trash ass behavior. At a certain point, especially at this big age, you're going to have to look at yourself and say, goddamn, am I trash? And if so, you're going to need to say, maybe I should correct my course of action or whatever the fuck.
Funniest thing of it, the irony was before that, we were at their birthday party and some girls got kicked out. And one of the people among the girls was a friend of hers. And that person left with her. They were fucking more loyal than this bitch. But anyway, she was mad at this girl because she got into it with the girl's friends, and that girl that was supposed to be her friend left with her friends instead of like staying or talking to her or whatever. And that girl ain't talked to her since that happened. And she was so upset about her not sticking up for her as a friend or coming and talking to her about it and bringing that drama in her life. So how do you think we feel?
Deadass. I get to a point where I'm like, if every single person in your life
Has issues, drops, leaves.
I'm sorry, I think it's you. I'm just saying, like,
Try to give people the benefit of the doubt. But
yeah, I'm done with that now. I don't give a fuck about none of that because the thing
my
is,
first mind is right.
My first mind is right, but also like when I say that I literally didn't do anything to deserve this smoke,
Nothing.
like I'm a person who can like listen.
How are you mad?
I can't say I'm trash.
Disrespectful.
Right, like that's what's really crazy. It's like we're sitting there minding our business, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not like, doing this naked, whatever. Like it's fine. Y'all do that. That's perfectly fine. We're not judging them for being naked. We're just like, oh shit, y'all just go ahead and get naked, whatever. It is what it is. But the fact that you got upset that we're not participating is fucking weird. Like, it's so fucking weird. And then to just be that hostile or whatever. And one of our other friends is like, they'll probably tomorrow be thinking back to themselves and be like, wow, like that's first of all, that's
not my burden
true
to bear at all.
First of all, I don't think that's true. I don't think that person has a conscience.
No.
So I don't feel like
they don't remember doing it, or
I don't feel like they give a fuck. And the fact
that I asked that person, hey, how are they feeling about it? What are they doing? And then I saw a snap of them getting into the pool later that night. They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a flying fuck. They really don't. And none of those other men that were there give a flying fuck. And the only man that I think would have done anything because he did something before was the man that was from California that left early.
Yeah.
Because the first time that this situation happened, they were the only respectable one out of the three of those dudes that we were having this conversation with.
And they need to rethink, because also birds of a feather.
Right. You also, that's exactly what I was saying to the other person. Like, they need to stop hanging around them because they gonna turn you into a bitch just like them. Like, and like I was saying, he's from California. California dudes do not, LA niggas don't do that. Like, they just are not doing that. That's very, very weird. Like, it's bitch. I've never had anything like that happen to me all the days of my life that I've lived in LA. With random strangers? Are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, absolutely not. I feel like it's so fucking weird. Anyway, I hate you niggas is the bottom line.
Yeah.
So,
at the end of the day,
y'all are trash. Y'all gotta stop letting the devil use you. The whole lot of y'all are really becoming evil as fuck. And lots of things to prove it. The amount of like black male Trump supporters there are, y'all
need to get a grip.
Y'all need to really like rethink your look, because the fact that you don't give a fuck about rape and pedophilia,
crazy. And you're selling yourself out for a little stimulus check that he didn't even sign off on. Y'all wasn't doing research.
Y'all, you should have to be like in some sort. You have to go through school or something in order to like
citizenship test.
You really should, because
no history.
So many people have no fucking clue how the government works, and they just like are like, yeah, I'm just gonna vote for this person because they gave us that $1,200. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. But the bottom line is y'all niggas trash.
The only way you get your information is through a political ad that you see on YouTube every 2 seconds. Please, please don't vote.
Please.
I usually tell people to vote, but if you don't understand,
because you're felons. So the bottom line,
he can't even vote.
He can't even fucking vote, which is crazy. Like, honestly, America, y'all gotta do better. Y'all need to go like rectify this whole situation.
Go watch our political episode.
Yeah,
it's already posted up. So
look at you, good job. Okay, so but yeah, no, that whole experience was terrible. Jasmine and I are finna have weapons. It's bottom line, so don't try this again. Like, that's
I have no regrets. I would have done the same shit I did.
Done the same shit. I should have grabbed something from the kitchen and wrecked your motherfucking ass. That's my only regret. Is I wasn't more violent. I really wanted to be. I should have been violent. I should have. I should have done more things. I should have.
They're so lucky that we was tired. That was us being tired.
Kicked you directly in the dick. Ugh. I missed an opportunity. I'm upset about it. But guess what? If I ever see your motherfucking face again, bitch, like, that's gonna happen. Also, y'all don't know who people know.
That's my thing, because I posted a little post about it, and I put on there, you know, that men are weird, to get violent with the woman is crazy, blah, blah, blah. You know how many of my male friends was like, what happened? Who did something? Who I gotta go fight? That's the way it should be.
Period. Y'all have no idea who people know, what they are capable of, and y'all just be doing anything. Y'all gonna end up dead or in jail, and ain't nobody gonna give a fuck because we try to tell you. But anyway, battery's dying, so yeah,
we gotta go.
We gotta go. But that's what happened. All right. So for now, eat, drink, stop beating up with women, be petty.
Please.
Bye.
Bye.